So welcome to another Gaming News Weekly. It's been a good week in gaming. I think it's been a good week in gaming. There is some bad news. I heard that the Crash Bandicoot team, they put out the new Crash last year. They remastered Spyro, bringing back all the old classics. Activision legit gutted them and moved them to go make Call of Duty. So that team is gone. And I mean, that's how gaming industry is going right now. Sony's been doing the same thing with their studios, cutting them, go make bigger games for another team. They ain't making their own games no more. It's kind of tragic, but that's exactly how gaming is going right now. People want big games, AAA games. They don't want AA games. They don't want platformers, except if you have a Nintendo console, because that's kind of what they give you over there. And a lot of people was mad. They heard Activision did that, and it's like Activision just doing what they think is right. Yeah, they make billions of dollars a day on Call of Duty. That's why they did it. Because if Crash was making no money, Call of Duty's making hells. Go make Call of Duty. At least some of them get to keep a job. A lot of them left, or they got fired. Severance packages, stuff like that. But that's how gaming is going. Sony did the same thing with their studios. They wanted to make uh Days Gone too. They like, no, go work on The Last of Us. Fucking dead. But it happens. It happens. They didn't see the vision of that game, even though the community, the fans that like the game probably was like, wait, we wanted another one. Why did you cut that? The majority of people didn't fuck with it. And that's kind of how things just swayed. That's why I like how Microsoft doing their thing with Game Pass. So then, like, physical sales isn't that big of a deal because it's like a whole community thing. So the whole Game Pass network is driving the revenue for games. And then, like, they have game sales on top of that, which they're going to make money from. But they're making all their money from Game Pass monthly anyway. So Obsidian gets to make Grounded. People are like, oh, stop them from making Grounded, go make something else. No, because that's what Activision and Sony is doing to their people, and everybody's mad about that. Microsoft's letting their people make games they want to make, regardless of revenue stream, because people are playing Grounded. Grounded is good, but it's not about to be a big ass hit like fucking Minecraft. So why cut them? Let them do a passion project. They can go hard work on something after. And Microsoft is giving them the opportunity. Game Pass is giving them that opportunity. And people's like, oh, that's a Game Pass game. I mean, Crash would end up being a Game Pass game too. Why? Because nobody fucking bought it. That's why their team got shut down. If Microsoft owned them, maybe it'd be a Crash 5. It's in Game Pass. Everybody's gonna get to play it, have a good time. It's not about the sales. It's about having that option for the community. But some corporations don't have that luxury. They got to make money. They have to see the community engaged, or it gets cut. Days Gone and Crash, two examples, two great teams, both going to make games that the fans wanted, which is The Last of Us and Call of Duty. So you can't really talk down on two corporations when they do something like that, when they have no other option as a corporation, even though they have the money to just fund those games, to just throw money away. That's what the fans want from them. I mean, Microsoft have that luxury with Game Pass. Sony doesn't, because PlayStation Now is, it's hot garbage. And they're spending all their money on big budget AAA games for their fans, for the PlayStation platform, and they're not selling nowhere else. So if you don't have a PlayStation, you're not going to be able to buy it unless it comes to PC years later. And if you have a PlayStation and you see it and you don't buy it, then you're part of the problem. That's exactly how they see it. So Returnal just came out. Reviewers are liking it. I mean, they got it for free. They don't have to buy it. But when the fans see it, they're like, what type of game is this? Most people don't know. It's a roguelike game. So you go through procedurally generated worlds, and if you die, you start back from the beginning, and you run through that shit again. A lot of people see that, and they not about to buy it. So Returnal might look good. It might play good. People like, it's fluid. It looks amazing. There was one reviewer, I was watching his stream. Bro didn't even know what the fuck the story was about. He like, oh, I like the game. He's walking around. He was doing like the challenge mode. He wasn't even playing the actual game the whole stream. And then he started playing the actual game, and he had this fucking bunk ass pistol. and he didn't know what the hell the story was about. And I'm like, damn. And like, it was thousands of people watching this, man. So thousands of people in chat looking like, yep, not buying this game. So Returnal might be good critically, but it might get a Days Gone treatment. People not gonna buy it because it doesn't look like a game for everybody, and it's about to get shelved by Sony, which is gonna be sad. Hopefully it doesn't, but yeah, hey, we see the trends, and it's something weird, something unique. I seen the one clip. This was funny. I think this was like last week after I uploaded Game News Weekly. There was a clip of Returnal side by side with Recore, and it was almost exactly the same. It was funny as hell. There were so many people in our arguing about Returnal versus Recore, and I liked Recore. Recore did review very well. It was like a childish version of Returnal. That's exactly what it was. And you had the little dog with the orbs, and you rip orbs out and build other things. It was a good game. I mean, I wish it did better, but you can't force those things. Like, you put IP out there, hopefully people snatch onto them. If they don't, then you get buried, and that's kind of how it's going. But in other news, all right, get the bad news out of the way because that's done. Black Isle Studios. I've only heard that name one time. I don't remember what for, but now I've been seeing they're dropping like snippets and teases of a Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance game, like a remastered game of the original, and I'm like, this is what we want. This is what the community wants. Because the Dark Alliance game that got shown, it looked good, but it was Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance, and I'm like, that's not what I thought it was. So I got happy for a minute, then I saw it, and I'm like, you almost got me. That's not what I thought it was. But Black Isle Studios is making like a legit Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance remastered game. I don't know how they're making it, when they're making it, but when it comes out, I'm definitely buying it because that shit was amazing. Everybody that played RPGs back then definitely probably played Dark Alliance, either one or two. Dark Alliance 1 is definitely like a big ass deal. That's like the time splitters back then. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance was alongside them as like some of the greatest hits in gaming back then, and it might be making a comeback, and that's great news. That was amazing news. When I saw those screenshots and I saw like them tweeting about it, I'm like, this is real, bro. I just wanted to come out. Hopefully it comes to console. If it's just on PC, I mean, I got a PC. I'ma just buy it on there. I don't care. Like, I just want to really get to play that game again. It was so long ago when that game came out. It was a straight hit. That shit was amazing. It was like one of the best games ever created at the time, and it's still like, I play games like Diablo and shit now, and I'm like, Baldur's Gate was definitely better. Like, story, characters, environments, and that shit was like Xbox and PlayStation 2. Like, I still vividly remember how great that game was. And in other news, Rainbow Six Quarantine. Y'all remember that got announced maybe like what, 2 or 3 years ago? They had a little spin-off game inside Rainbow Six Siege where you fought like the infected people, and it had like the quarantine mode. They got the two new characters from it. They had a spin-off game come in, and then they got shelved. But then there's rumors going around that this month, I think it's on like Wednesday or Thursday, they're having like an announcement drop, maybe like a trailer or like, hey, we're making it again type of thing. Because I heard it got canceled or shelved because, pandemic happened and the traction for like development for it was just going awry. So it got like shelved, and I think they're working on it again. I heard some things that they're working on it again, which is good because I actually wanted to get there. I ain't played Siege in a minute though, so like, hopefully the combat is less tactical. But it was good. It was a good little mini game that they had in Siege. It brought a whole lot of people to Siege too, because playing at quarantine mode was great. The story for it was, I think it was all right. Like, they breached through, and I can't remember all of it, but I remember Ash was in it. and her ass was flat. She had a fucking back all the way down to her legs, bro. That shit was funny. But other than that, like, this is a good thing. I heard that it's coming back at least. And if it does come back, I'm definitely gonna like, hopefully I get to react to a trailer or something if it does. And then, what else did I hear? Oh yeah, there was a freaking Star Wars Bounty Hunter game that's been like rumors been floating around that Xbox has like rights to the Star Wars Bounty Hunter game from Lucasfilm that one of their studios is making, because we all heard the rumors months ago after Indiana Jones got announced that Microsoft had another game from Lucasfilm that they're getting to make, and Knights of the Old Republic start floating around. Then that like fell through or something. I haven't heard anything from Knights of the Old Republic remastered and nothing like that. But it's supposed to be like a Mandalorian like bounty hunter game. And I'm like, I mean, they had bounty hunter games before. So are they like remaking one or making a new one? And it's like, it's going to be an Xbox game. It's getting made by Xbox first party studio. And I'm like, damn. I mean, I hope it's true. I hope all these games are true. I just want to play them shits. But yeah, I think that's it for gaming news this week. It wasn't a lot, but it was definitely some hits out there.